Bye-bye. See you soon.
And hello the internet, and hello to my YouTube subscriber. You're looking well, and I bet you're feeling much better than I'm feeling at the moment, because I'm feeling quite exhausted. What a ride today, a heck of a ride. I left Nouadibou this morning, 27 degrees, and as the morning progressed, so did the temperature. And this afternoon was a killer, 36 degrees. Now, I know there's going to be some people there who are saying, I've rode in 40, I've rode in 45. Yeah, fair enough. But I've never rode in these temperatures before, and I'm no spring chicken, so it's all a fresh experience for me. But for a lot of the way, I had to keep standing up on the pedals to get some airflow through my jacket. When I left Nouadibou, I had my Camelback on, which carries 3 litres of water. And after about an hour, I just had to stop and take it off because I was getting no airflow through the jacket. So I strapped it onto the back, and I could still I just reached around and get the pipe, so it's no problem. And the secret with water is little and often. So by the time I got here, I still had about a litre left. So I drank 2 litres on the trip. But I had about an extra 10 litres with me of water, because just in case I broke down, I just wanted extra water just in case. Anyway, about halfway, I was due to stop to get fuel, and there was a couple of petrol stations. I tried every one. None of them had petrol, because petrol is not a common commodity in Mauritania. Everyone drives diesel-powered vehicles, and it's only where you get the big cities, or the Nouadibou, Nouakchott, and a couple of other places where they'll actually have petrol, and that's for the motorcycles really, and the occasional car. But fortunately, I was carrying extra fuel. I had an extra 12 litres, and when I got to Nouakchott, I still had 65 miles of range. So phew, that was okay. I stopped once, and as you stop, you just want to get going again as quickly as you can, because as soon as you stop, the heat gets you, and all you want to do is get back on the bike and get going, because it's actually cooler riding the bike than stopping. Because when you stop, there's just no shade. There are no trees, no shelters, no nothing. As you get about 2/3 of the way down, you start seeing trees, but they're quite off the road, and I haven't got the bike to start going over sand dunes and hills of sand and things like that. So wherever you stop, you're just still in the sunshine. And so when I stopped to put fuel in, I put my fuel in and got going as quickly as possible. The bike was brilliant yesterday, even in the extreme temperature. I don't like talking about the bike because it's like tempting fate. I keep, saying, "Oh, the bike has gone well," and that's it. And I could say lots more about the bike, but I don't want to, because I just don't want to tempt fate. So out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to leave her to her own devices and just let her crack on with what she's doing, which is taking me to these wonderful places. So anyway, that's another thing as well. If you come down this way, make sure you put some sunblock on the back of your neck, because even though you got a helmet, you're still going to get some sun on the back of your neck. And also, don't be tempted to ride with your gloves off, because you take your gloves off and you think, great, I'm going to get the wind up my arms and everything like that. You'll get the back of your hands sunburnt. And also, when you try to put your gloves on, you'll find that your hands have swelled a bit. And if you've got leather gloves, you'll find that they've shrunk a little bit. So keep your gloves on as well. Anyway, I finally got to Nouakchott, and on iOverlander there were 3 campsites listed. So I went to the first one, which is on the outskirts, went down this little road and got to the end, and there was nothing but sand, and that was it. So I turned around and come back, went to the second one, which was a little bit in the city, said there was lots of shade, and it said I had good internet as well, but I got there, it was like a construction site. So, and then I went to the third one, which is where I should have come in the first place, and it's great, it's wonderful, it's fantastic. It's not perfect, but it's great. It's great for here anyway. And it's right next to the beach, so you can go swimming if you want to. But it's also a meeting place for overlanders, and there's lots of Europeans here, and there's even some Brits as well. There's a big coach full of Aussies, Canadians, a couple of Canadians, there's all sorts, and they're heading to South Africa, big bus. And so it was great doing some catching up. But it's like a meeting place for people going south or people going north. And there's hot showers, toilets, and there's Wi-Fi. Although it's a bit slow, there is some Wi-Fi, and it's cheap as well. It's not bad at all. I think it's about £8 a night. Fantastic. Anyway, I'm here for 2 nights. I'm going to chill out, have a day's rest tomorrow. I'm going to have a quick look into Nouakchott tomorrow, as I need to get some photocopying done. As you go through Mauritania, you get lots of checkpoints, and what they ask for is a fiche, which is a photocopy of your passport. Now, when you're in Morocco, they'll just take your passport and take a picture of it. Simple as that. Quick snap with the phone. When you come into Mauritania, the police don't have those facilities, don't have phones. I think they have a ledger at each border, I don't know. So what you do as a canny traveller, before you come to Mauritania, you photocopy your passport. And on the way down yesterday, I had 10 fiches in my tank bag, and I used 9 of them. I've got another 10 in my top box, and if I can't find somewhere to do photocopying tomorrow, that should be enough to get me to Senegal. And that's it really. So I'm in Mauritania now, and I still won't be able to upload any videos because the Wi-Fi is so slow. So the next time I'll be able to upload videos is when I get to Senegal. If I was desperate to upload videos, I could have gone into Nouakchott and stayed in a hotel, but that would have cost me more money. So, and as you see, I live comfortably in my tent. There we go. Anyway, so after tomorrow, I'm going to head south. I'm not going to go to Senegal in one jump. It's about 150 miles. But what I'm going to do is stop just before the border. Now, there's 2 borders to get over into Senegal. There's one called Rosso, which is notorious for corruption, and there's one called Diama, which is less notorious for corruption, and the one where a lot of the overlanders head for because it's supposed to be pretty chilled out and pretty easy going. Now, just before you get to the Diama border, there's like a national country park, and probably about 10-15k before the border, there's a hotel, and you can camp in the campgrounds, and it's pretty chilled out and cheap, and you can get food as well. So once I leave here, that's where I'm going to head for. I may stay there 1 night, I may stay there 2 nights, and I'm going to do that so when I do go over the border, it's going to be early in the morning, because I still believe the best time to get over the border is early. If you leave it late in the afternoon, I just think you've got to put up with all the rest of the commercial traffic and everything like that. Then once I get over into Senegal, I'm going to have to do a mad dash down to Dakar, because when you get into Senegal, they give you something called a passavant, which is like a temporary import thing for your vehicle, and you have to go to Dakar. Well, you can go to St. Louis to get it renewed, or you can go to, but apparently you have to pay if you go to St. Louis, or you can go to Dakar, which is free. So, and you get 2 days, apparently 2 to 5 days, depending if the border guard likes you. So once I get into Senegal, I'm going to make a mad dash down to Dakar, and I will be staying in a hotel because I don't think there's too many places around Dakar to camp. And I fancy sleeping in a proper bed, and I fancy having a proper shower, and also I've got some videos to upload as well, and I'll be staying a few days in Dakar. So anyway, that's me. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm all hot. I'm going to have a shower in a little while, And then once I've had a shower, I'm going to make some food, and then I'm going to catch some Zeds. And but the curious thing is, though, I've got into this habit again of, by about 10 o'clock, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open, and I try to force myself to stay awake. And then I go to sleep, but then I'll wake up about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm awake for sort of 2 or 3 hours, and then I go off, and I sort of wake up about 8ish really. And me personally, I'd sooner get a good night's kip, wake up about 7, and because I've got the rest of the day in my head. So I'm trying to break this habit at the moment of interrupted sleep, because, yeah, anyway. So tonight, what am I having tonight? I'm having cheese and jam sandwiches, because as I was passing a village earlier on, there was a boulangerie still open, and I got some bread. So I've got some bread there, and I've got some fromage, and I've got some jam, and I cannot be bothered cooking because I'm just too hot and tired to cook. So cheese sandwiches tonight. It's like Dairy cheese. And the jam here is it's very runny. It's not like the jam we get in the UK, which is very stiff and firm. Here the jam is very runny, and it's great actually, really tasty. And you just pour it onto your sandwich, and there we go. And I've got some croissants for the morning as well, and hopefully they'll keep for the morning. Anyway, so from a hot Mauritania, from a sweaty bike rider, from a tired bike rider, I'm going to love you and leave you. And hopefully, when I get to Senegal in a few days' time, I'll get some videos uploaded, and I'll catch up with you then. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. And bye bye for now. Bye bye.